Welcome back, boys and girls, and this could be Mission Injora. If this is your first time, I'd like to welcome you to RetiredTooSoon. Hope you like the content. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's jump in the video.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Welcome back. I finally got all the parts from Injora. Got some brass to hopefully weigh down the front end so we can conquer Mount Denali, the ultimate challenge. If you haven't seen my last video, I just installed the Big Block, so give that a watch. I'll link it up above. This is the Bronco, and it does have the crawling gears already installed. All the links will be down below. I put up a quick short on this, about to open it up, but I got it to work on the RCs to help prevent from stripping out more screws. Stuff they get from the factory works, but it's not the greatest quality. And also, there's going to be a lot more builds to come very soon. Let's take the wheel off, 4.5. The tip on this tool is also magnetized, so when it comes off, you don't lose a screw right away. Take off the other wheel. If you're doing this, might be a good time to replace the servo if you need to or want to. 1.5 hex. Take off the 3 bolts. Take the 3 bolts off the steering link. Next, we're going to take off the steering block knuckle on both sides. There's going to be a left and a right. Make sure this part faces forward that holds the steering link. And you need to take off the top hex. There's going to be a top and a bottom bolt. So move the top hex, remove the pin, then it slides out. If you want to see what it looks like on the inside. Next, you want to remove the pins. It's nice having a magnet. Should pretty easy to come out. See how it slides out on this side, and then you can get these off. Next, we're going to take off the caster block. 2 bolts, top and bottom. And then just pull up on it. A little snug because you got to get it out of the differential. Just pull it straight out. Then you can remove the 2 bolts. Now we're ready to install. They gave you the hardware and everything to install it. For some reason the old bushing off the original part. And I'm going to use the old screws because they're black. Put in the 2 bolts, top and bottom, make sure they're nice and snug. Then get the shaft, and then reinstall it. You're going to feel where it lines up, and then just push it in. Next, you install this back on, and make sure you put the pin in. Put it on, line it up. Comes with the hardware minus the bushings. Pushed out the front bushing, and now I'm going to push out the back. Going to have to use the hook, install the front bushing, install the back bushing. One on bottom, one on top. Factory one doesn't go through. You have to use their hardware so it sits flush. Remember, it faces forward, and I'm putting it with the Injora on the top. They're also marked right and left. And it's 2 bolts, top and bottom. So right here, there's an R for right, so you can tell a difference between the 2. Alright, nice in there, moves back and forth. So far I am loving the quality of it. Install the pin, install the hex. That will keep the bushing in. And then I have a little rubber washer. Push the tire out. Now definitely keep it on now. Leave a comment below if you know an easier way of getting the bushings out. The ones that you can't get to from behind. Look at a little porcupine. I'm bleeding everywhere. Steering link with all the hardware. Where you can read Injora on the top. I want to get all 3 of them in, make sure they're snug. And it should turn freely. If I want to do it too much by hand, I would use the actual remote. Then next, you put the tires back on. Put the tire on. Almost time for the fun part where we get to test it. Are we going to conquer Mount Denali? Hope so. Loving these tools so far. Definitely saves a lot of time. And it puts less stress on the hardware. Oh yeah, you can feel the weight. Let's take it over to Mount Denali. I'll show you guys a before, and then we'll run it what it is right now, and hopefully we'll conquer it. The time we've all been waiting for. The time is now. We're out here at Mount Denali, and I want to show you how beautiful it looks. Definitely loving the black brass. And you can feel the weight on it. So let's check out the steering. See if it fixed all the binding. That's pretty amazing. Just want to get some max, you don't hear it hitting the drive lines or anything. Definitely freed it up. With my lift, it does get a little bit of binding in the drive line because it's at max. But once you get a little bit of pressure off the drive line, nice and smooth. Let's compare the old versus the new improvement. Let's see if we can conquer Mountain Ollie. Well, it feels less likely to fall over. Obviously, it's still falling over. It's a little bit more of a control fall. If that makes any type of sense. Really likes to favor the left side. That's my course. I was giving it all the juice. But he keeps pushing to the left even though I'm staring right. Try going slow, see if a little bit of control maybe. That's my finger doing that, making it jump. Give it a little bit more feel. Take a different line, right on this edge, which sounds bad. Since it wants to be there. I might try putting the stock gears back in it. Let's see if we can do it with more speed. But it should be able to do it with these crawling gears. Getting that low end torque. More control, a lot smoother. Maybe the ultimate challenge is too ultimate. Guess we'll find out. Got a new RC build coming up. Then we can compare it. This is definitely more successful. I hear it whining. Come on, it's like right there. See how the motor's doing. Getting warm. Looks like it's dying on me. I just charged the battery too. Let's see if it goes down.
Phil. He might be okay.
I don't like this. Preston, in here whining. Here, let me get my mic over there. You guys hear that?
Well, no, probably not now.
I really don't like the sound it's making, and it sounds like it's dying, even though I have a full charge battery. So I'll make some adjustments, do some tuning. Do I think Mission Injora was successful? Hell yeah! Definitely would buy it. I think it's worth the money, looks good, feels like good quality, very easy to install. Love it in black. Doesn't stick out like having a grilled teeth or anything with this having plain brass. It makes it heavier. That might be a little bit why it's struggling right now with that motor. The wheels are weighted, front's weighted, so it's starting to get pretty heavy. Probably should get it on scale, see how much it weighs. So it's turned into a very heavy RC, especially for its size. Well, I couldn't leave you guys hanging, so I swapped out the motor back to the factory one. So let's see if we can conquer Mountain Ollie, see if this motor heats up and how it does. This is the same battery, I have not charged it. So we'll see what happens. Alright boys and girls, let's conquer Mountain Ollie. Well, it definitely feels like it has more power back with the stock motor. I was very tempted to put the factory gears back in, but it would be unfair to this challenge to keep it as same as possible. Maybe it's just too steep and too slippery. Really loves this side. Come on, you can do it. Ah. I feel like if it stays on this right side here, might be able to do it, even though it's really steep. It's not struggling like the other motor was. Let's check the temperature on it. because the other one was hot by now. Oh yeah. It's not even close to being hot. Let's try going down. So we never did conquer Mount Denali. I think it was a huge improvement. Like the weight that's up front. I enjoyed going back to the factory motor. Did a lot better in my opinion. What do you guys think? Drop a comment below. Alright boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't done already. And I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.